With the NBA hiatus still in full swing due to our nation's current pandemic, many basketball fans have wondered what's next for the league and what the NBA playoffs are going to look like. LeBron James being in MVP conversation once again led many to believe the Lakers had a chance to win the finals. With LeBron averaging 25 points, 8 rebounds, and leading the league with nearly 11 assists per game this season, it's hard to even imagine the Lakers losing, as he's having one of his best seasons ever. The Lakers finished the season going 49-14, which tops the Western Conference, and will result in the Lakers squaring off against Ja Morant and the Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs. Many had felt Ja Morant secured Rookie of the Year, as he has led the Grizzlies to a promising year. During his first season in the league, Ja's averaging 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists per game, while leading the Grizzlies to a 33-32 record and an 8th seed in the playoffs, with a first-round matchup against the Lakers. Although many fans see the first-round matchup easily going in the Lakers' favor, the Grizzlies have been the team to play the Lakers the hardest throughout the year, with the Lakers having a slight 3-1 advantage. The first 2 games the team played against each other resulted in the Lakers blowing them out. The second time they went up against each other, it was close, with the Lakers winning 109-108. The third game was another Lakers win, 105-117, but the final game was won by the Grizzlies in a blowout when they walked away with the 105-88 win. Based purely off of the regular season matchup, as well as LeBron's experience in the playoffs, it seems as if the first round of the playoffs will more likely end up in the Lakers winning 4-1, if not in a sweep. Although the Grizzlies have proven they have what it takes to beat the Lakers, it's still not comparable to the amount of hours LeBron has spent in playoff games, and Ja Morant just doesn't have the experience or skill yet to take down multiple superstars. With the Denver Nuggets playing fundamental basketball and winning their way to a 3rd seed in the playoffs, with the help of Jamal Murray and of course Nikola Jokic, the Nuggets are looking to prove themselves as contenders in the West. With Jokic playing out of his mind and averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists per game, he was able to carry the Nuggets to a 43-22 record and the 3rd spot in the West, which puts them up against the Rockets in the first round of the playoffs. The Rockets went through a big change in roster spots this year when they traded Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook, and midway through the season, they took an odd approach by trading their only big man in Clint Capella to the Hawks. James Harden and Russell Westbrook have been able to make it work, despite many NBA fans thinking that Russ and Harden would be the craziest duo in the NBA. With Westbrook averaging 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, and Harden averaging 34 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists per game, the two of them have helped lead the Rockets to a 40-24 record and the 6th seed in the playoffs. Between November and January, the Nuggets and Rockets faced each other 4 times during the regular season, and the series ended up tied 2-2. Because of the regular season series being tied, it wouldn't be a surprise if this playoff series went to 7 games. With the Jazz playing solid basketball throughout the season, getting them the 4th seed in the playoffs, they're looking to make up from losing early in the playoffs in the years prior. Donovan Mitchell has been the Jazz's best player for a few seasons now, and with averages of 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, he continues to prove his worth. The Jazz finished the regular season going 41-23 and would end up facing the Thunder in the first round of the playoffs. With Chris Paul being traded to the Thunder prior to the start of the season, many people assumed this was the downfall for Chris and that he would never be a solid point guard in the league again. All of those people were wrong, and Chris took the trade as an opportunity. And since the start of the season, he's averaged 17 points, 5 rebounds, and nearly 7 assists per game, which are all numbers very close to his very best seasons. Chris and his teammates have led the Thunder to a 40-24 record in the 5th seed in the playoffs. During the regular season, the series was tied 1-1, although there were 2 more scheduled games to play that never happened. With another close regular season series, it's fair to say that this playoff matchup will go to at least 6 games. With the Milwaukee Bucks having the best record in the league 2 years in a row, it seems that the Bucks are the only team that many people have said can beat the West. Giannis Antetokounmpo is looking to go back-to-back in MVPs, while also being able to seal the deal and win the finals. Giannis averaged 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists during the regular season, while easily winning 53 games and only losing 12, which led the Bucks to the 1st seed in the East. The Bucks' first-round opponent will be the 8th seed Orlando Magic, who managed to squeak into the playoffs with a record of 30-35. Aaron Gordon helped lead the Magic to a record good enough to get him in the playoffs, averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, but looks to turn it up against the best team in the East. With the Bucks taking the regular season series 4-0, Don't be surprised if the Magic have a very early exit. With the Raptors still trying to prove that they can make it into the finals without Kawhi, they've been led by Pascal Siakam this year, who averaged career-high numbers of 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, and led the Raptors to a 46-18 record. With the Raptors sitting at the second seed in the playoffs, their first-round matchup would be against the Nets, who are without their 2 stars in Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. With Durant out the whole season, and Kyrie still managing to average 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists despite battling injury, the Nets went 30-34 on the season and won 3-1 in the regular season series. If both stars were healthy, the series would easily end up going the distance. But with both of them out, it will be hard for the Nets to make anything happen against the defending champions. With the Celtics being hopeful they were able to succeed without Kyrie Irving, they did exactly just that when Jason Tatum helped lead the Celtics to a safe 43-21 record during the regular season. Tatum averaged 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, along with the rest of the team led the Celtics to a 3rd seed in the playoffs in a first-round matchup with the 76ers. With Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons looking to make it past the second round of the playoffs, they led the 76ers to a 39-26 record as they combined for over half the team's scoring. Embiid led the team averaging an impressive 23 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, while Simmons trailed slightly with averages of 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. Although the 76ers won the regular season series 3-1, many believe that the Celtics are the superior team and will end up winning the series. With the Miami Heat surprising the NBA by going 41-24, Jimmy Butler led the charge, averaging 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. The Heat were able to secure the 4th seed in the playoffs, which matches them up with the Indiana Pacers in the first round. With the Pacers acquiring Malcolm Brogdon from the Bucks, as well as players like Sabonis and Oladipo maturing into solid starters, the Pacers were able to go 39-26 and get the 5th seed in the playoffs. Despite battling injuries, Oladipo managed to average 13 points per game during the games he played, but Sabonis picked up the slack, averaging 18 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. Newly acquired Malcolm Brogdon also contributed, averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. The Heat won both regular season matchups that they played, although there were another 2 games on the schedule that were never played, so it's safe to say that series would go deep. But the Heat have a slight edge when it comes to the bench players. With newly added talent like Paul George and most recent Finals MVP Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers were early favorites to beat the Lakers and top the Western Conference. During the season, the Clippers were taking lots of heat for resting Kawhi Leonard too much, which resulted in losses that might have been wins if he played. Due to this and the insane season LeBron and the Lakers are having, is why the Clippers are the 2nd seed with a record of 44-20. Kawhi, despite missing games to rest, still put up 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, which helped to get them to the 2nd seed. The first round of the playoffs will result in the Clippers facing the 7th-seeded Mavericks, who despite being 40-27, are one of the most underrated teams, but can win big games. During the regular season, the Clippers and the Mavericks were scheduled to play 3 times, but due to the hiatus, were only able to play 2 of them, and this resulted in losses for the Mavericks. But Luka Doncic has managed to have another eye-opening season, being able to carry the Mavericks to a 40-27 record and a guaranteed spot in the playoffs. Throughout the year, Luka managed to average an incredible 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Another leading factor in the outcome of the series is Kristaps Porzingis, who recently got back to his old ways and is averaging 19 points, 9 rebounds per game. Although the Mavericks have played well during the regular season and have Doncic and Kristaps, it still more than likely won't be enough to stop the Clippers, who not only have Kawhi and Paul George, but also have the best bench on paper. The Maverick players as well as coaches have even talked about Luka running the team and leading them to the playoffs. Kristaps said, "Luka runs the show. We all depend on him most of the game, and he's playing incredible right now. He's getting guys open looks. He's just playing incredible right now. I'm super happy for him." Coach Rick Carlisle was even very concerned with the amount of physicality on his star player, and he said they're beating the shit out of him. He's handling it well, but teams are taking liberties with him. It isn't right. Luka agreed with his coach's statement, and Luka even followed it up by saying, "It's true, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, it's just basketball. It's a physical game. If the refs see it, they're gonna call it. If they don't see it, they're not gonna call it. But I just gotta keep going. Just keep going." If you've enjoyed this video, then we're sure you'll enjoy the next one. Click on right now and enjoy.